Hey, yo, what's going on, everyone? Devin Knupp here, back at you with a brand new video. And this is before, I want to make this video for those of you that are thinking of giving up on real estate wholesaling. Let's say that you've given it a good shot and you decided that, you know what, this business model isn't for me. I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions before you decide to give up on the business model. And the reason why I'm making this video, I know this doesn't apply to everybody, and I want this to be put out there for those that haven't had results, they've been trying for a long time, or they've had bad luck or something along those lines. So first of all, I want you to ask yourself, have you given wholesaling real estate your all? Has it been your main focus? Have you been obsessed about it? Have you been putting in the hours every single day? And I want you to be truthful with yourself. Have you actually been making a lot of phone calls? Have you been trying to make things happen? You've been building up a cash buyers list. Have you gotten close to closing a deal? And I want you to evaluate how many hours worth of time that you've put into it, and have you given it your all? Has it been your main focus? Let's say that you're going to school, you're working a job, or you're doing nothing other than whatever that time intensive activity it is during your day. Other than that, have you been just purely focusing on just becoming obsessed with the business model? Have you given it literally your all? And if you can say yes to that, then I want to ask you another question as well. How long have you been doing it? Because I've had people hit me up saying, hey, Devin, I've been doing wholesaling. I've been in the business for a while. And I ask them oh, cool. How long have you been doing it for? And then they say 2 weeks. 2 weeks is not a very long time whatsoever. Now, if you say you've been doing it for 6 months, I want you to actually take a step back and evaluate what all have you done. And this is what I do. I'll give you an example of what I do whenever I'm starting some sort of business model in the past, because I would do a lot of different things. It was a big mistake that I made, but I was able to get results doing it. And what I would do is I would go on a 30-day sprint. So I would just go hard. I would go as hard as I can, trying to do whatever I can to make money in that business. So let's use YouTube for example, just because I made a video the other day talking about how much I made and whatnot on a new channel. So what my plan is I was just going to go hard for 30 days. Give it literally my all. Do whatever I can to make money in 30 days or to be able to blow up a new YouTube channel. And I said, every day I'm going to upload a video no matter what it takes. And on top of everything, I'm just going to do it every single day. And I just became obsessed about trying to get this one channel to grow. And now the channel just recently hit 50,000 subscribers. But after a month of doing it. So what I did was I just went hard. Every single day I would copy what everybody else is doing. I would literally just almost upload the same videos, but I would kind of add my own style to it and kind of make it my own. So, their formatting and everything, how the thumbnails looked, how the titles looked, how everything that goes into a YouTube video, I would literally copy it. And I would just go hard for 30 days. And what I would do after 30 days, what was in my mind was either I would say, you know what, this doesn't work. If I really didn't get any results whatsoever. And then after 30 days, I would take a step back and evaluate what's all going on. So if I'm getting an insane amount of success, I kind of audit what's going on. What is working? Why am I getting these numbers? Why is this having success or this isn't having success? And then with these answers that I've acquired, then I kind of really evaluate, okay, does this work for me? Am I enjoying this? Is this something that I can see myself doing long term? Now, if you don't have any sort of source of income or you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're not able to make a decent amount of money yet to at least cover all of your expenses, you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. So, for example, kind of what I did for the longest time was I used wholesaling as the business model to get me into being able to work for myself and not have to get a job and be able to get my own apartment to where I can literally work full time on whatever I want and not have to work for somebody else. That was my main goal. It was so that way, I just make as much money as possible up front and then kind of take a step back and evaluate after I'm starting to make money, what I want to do next. What are my actual goals? At first, you got to just work as hard as possible, trying to make as much money as possible. So then you can kind of cover all these things. Because once you have the ability to full time, just be self-employed, be an entrepreneur, that's when things just start to take off because then you have so much more time in the day to invest into the business. And so when I was in school, I didn't have a lot of time in the day to work on the business, but I would do whatever I can to be able to close deals and make money. money so that way I can make it my full-time thing. And as soon as I can make it my full-time thing, then I would be able to have so much more time in the day to be able to grow it or do something else. But obviously you don't want to kill off an income source. So I want you to kind of really evaluate all of this. And so let's say that you haven't put in a lot of work. You've answered these questions. You decided, you know what? I didn't give it my all. I didn't try it. Like wasn't obsessed about it. What I want you to do is just go like 30 days hard as you can. Just push yourself. You're capable of way more than you could ever imagine. Just push yourself as hard as you can in the next 30 days. It's okay if you have imbalance. It's okay if maybe you can't hang out with your friends or family as much. It's okay if you maybe miss the gym here and there, or maybe slack on your health a little bit, because you're just really trying to grow this and do whatever you can to be able to build this up. And I totally believe in imbalance. Like the last month of my life, it's been just a total grind. Whereas the month before that, it was kind of more relaxed. I went to LA and I was just hanging out with my family down there. Or actually my dad and sister. I was kind of just doing my own thing for a little bit. But then I like kind of go in spurts. I go hard for 30 days and then kind of work every day still. But I don't put as much time into it, kind of really evaluate. Still trying to build this up and kind of enjoy my life a little bit, work on some other areas of my life. And then I go back into work mode until I can get it to the point where it's just like fully automated. And then I can really kind of decide what I want to do, because I still don't know what I want to do yet. Like I kind of have like a picture in my mind on where I want to be in like the next year, next 5 years. But I know that's definitely going to change as time goes on. I'm going to get more finer details. I'm going to figure out what everything's going to look like as time goes on. But what I need to establish, first of all, is building up the income sources, increasing the amount of income sources that I have. So then I'm more diversified and I'm less reliant on one income source in case something happens to it. And then I just keep on growing this, I would say like kind of like portfolio of income sources that's able to fund my life. And then I'm able to reinvest back into the business and kind of play this game of being able to see how much money I can make. And so I want you to be in that same position. But what you got to do first is just give it your all. Trust me, like any business model out there works, anything. But if you decided that, hey, I'm going to do real estate wholesaling, I just want you to commit. Don't look back. Don't think the grass is greener on the other side somewhere else. Work as hard as you can for, let's say, just like the next 30 days. Give it your all. And then you can take a step back and see what the next step is. Reevaluate what's all worked and what hasn't worked. It's okay if in 30 days comes and you haven't made any money. I want you to at least take a step back and be able to evaluate. Okay, I did a little bit, like I was able to increase this. I was able to get better at talking to sellers. I was able to get better at doing this. And then maybe I shouldn't have spent so much time doing this because it wasn't working. Figure out what like the 20% of what was working is and just really focus on that. You got to give yourself the opportunity, be able to have opportunities show up in front of your face or be able to reevaluate. And then with those opportunities, just take action on that. So I hate to cut this video off a little bit shorter, but that's what I got for you guys. My camera's about to die, but I wanted to get that out for you. So anyways, if you haven't already, join the fam, join the gang by hitting the subscribe button down below. But like always, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.